What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And on today's video, I will explain you in details, I will try to explain you in details the TradeStation issue, and I will show you that we are on the right path because we have a lot of actions from the wrongdoers that are trying to push our case down. And on top of that, I will show you how we are solving this problem and what should we do next in order to push our case forward in a most effective manner. So, and before we dive deep into all of this, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm. Just do it, and this video will be pushed forward to the broader audience, and eventually it will help us to win this battle. So guys, several tweets caught my attention, and I have to say that there is a lot of people who don't know exactly what is the TradeStation issue, and I have to say that some people are trying to push this case down, and in my opinion it is the pure evidence that we are on the right path. So we are on Donny Tabaka official Twitter account, and here you can see several tweets that are trying to explain the TradeStation issue as not an issue. And here is, for example, this tweet that was published by Progressive Libertarian just 2 hours ago. He said, "Moreover, the TradeStation issue is a non-issue. The shares are accounted for even if they're land, and if you or anyone else was serious about resolving these alleged issues, you'd be pushing for NBH to get a QSIP and trade. That solves every last one." And guys, he said that it is not an issue. And we have a lot of these type of comments all across the community, all across the entire saga. And let me show you this tweet that was published by Roman Soups, and I found it quite interesting. And let me quote you it in details. MMTLP. To clear up the false propaganda coming out about share counting at MMTLP, no average has been found or confirmed. Let's break it down caveman style. So quite interesting beginning. TradeStation is a broker-dealer of rocks. Sounds like stocks. 3 cavemen each deposit 1 rock. TradeStation now has 3 rocks in its vault. 2 cavemen join the rock lending program to earn interest payments. TradeStation lends out 2 rocks through the program. In the vault, TradeStation now has 1 rock and 2 IOUs for rocks. The 3 cavemen get together and start an angry mob. It's naked shorts, 300% oversold. Fraud. All 3 of us own rocks, but you only have 1 in the vault. Naked rocks, naked rocks. The caveman simply didn't understand how rock lending works. Change rock to stock and you have the real story behind all the propaganda artists claiming naked rocks at the MMTLP group. So, I have to say that it is quite interesting explanation, and I have to admit that it is almost 100% truth, but there is only part of a truth. First of all, let me show you this. TradeStation has 3 rocks in their vaults, and these 3 rocks is nothing else but this number. TradeStation official allocated certificate is 122,622 shares. Next one. TradeStation lends out 2 rocks through the program. And here's the most important part. They lend not 2 rocks, but they lend more than twice of this amount, of their total amount. And we have 202% of imbalance on their balance sheet. And guys, this percentage of 300% oversold is not the same than this 202%. And let me explain. We have to first of all realize that TradeStation lent not 3 rocks, but more than 6 rocks. And this means they have a lack of at least 3 rocks on their balance sheet. And in this case, If only 2 rocks was lent out, this means the short position about 66%. And there is nothing to worry about this, because all the rocks might be returned back to their owners. And in our case, they don't have these rocks, these shares. And this is the first discrepancy. Second one, let me show you some comments to this tweet. Johnny Tabaka wrote a quite angry tweet about ramen soup's explanation, and I don't want to read it because it is full of aggression, in my opinion. And ramen soups responded, "That's funny, Mr. T. Can you explain the mechanics of share lending in simple terms, that the physical or book entry shares lent do not stay with the broker who lends? Not naked shorting, regular old locate-based share lending." And as you can see, Mark Basil responded to this question. I can tell you, based on the TS agreement, there may be way bigger problems than just some rocks. Probably huge UCC violations and secured lending violations as well. That's what cash collateral actually means. It acts as a security for the value of the stocks loaned. And guys, I completely agree that if TradeStation lent more rocks than they own, definitely they have to have some kind of collateral in order to protect these 3 cavemen and in order to protect their capital. But in our case, TradeStation admits that they don't have these shares and they cannot cover this position. And by the way, we cannot have the short position in the private company, and this is another violation of the FINRA's rule. And by the way, FINRA and SEC are the chiefs of these 3 cavemen and of basically this tribe. And let me show you what did Mark Basil write on top of that. That's hysterical but not fully accurate. The other tribe that borrowed the rocks used them when they were throwing them at dinosaurs, losing them, and now can't return the rocks to the first tribe. It also comes down to whether the caveman's statement of rocks indicates the value of those rocks in their stockpiles after lending out the rocks, or were the value of those rocks that were used and lost, not included in the caveman's papyrus statements. The mechanics would be reflected in the statements. That's where the journey starts. And here is the journey for so-called journey for Mark Basil and his company. And this is another problem, that in general, for all of the broker-dealers, they have to have a zero-sum game in the lending program. They cannot lend more shares than they own. But this number of 202% means that they lended more shares than they had on their balance sheet. And this is another evidence, and I have to say that it is not an ending number of the shares that were lent. It is just first step to the recognition of this number. And technically speaking, TradeStation could lend the entire number of 122,622 shares. And in this case, all of their shares should be rebalanced by the shares that were lent. And in this case, the zero-sum game shows that everything is okay on their books, but in our case, it is not. And this is the main discrepancy of this statement, and that is why you cannot rely on this explanation as the reality and as the 100% truth. So let me show you that some people already made a lot of funny pictures. For example, Glass Guy published this tweet. I don't know about you, but I'm adding this to my emails to Congress. How much proof do they need? And here is the picture of the tribe, and it says, Soups found the 2 market makers that got this thing to trade. Also shows proof of them breaking up the shares with the hammer. And yes, I think it is quite funny, and the breaking up of the shares with the hammer means that all of the shares became less valuable because of the dilution of naked shorting, and it is another problem. And guys, how we are solving this problem? Let me show you that Sensei wrote this 12 hours ago. Spoke to the jaded FINRA's ombudsman. Took a few times to get him to listen. Seems he never heard the argument for MMTLP being deficient, with the cancel date being changed from 14th to 13th. No amendment fee receipt can be found, and FINRA showing at MMAT barking orders. I've made it personal to call and ask many questions to FINRA, regardless if they like it or not. And let me show you this tweet that he published just 6 hours ago. My response to FINRA's ombudsman talking about MMTLP. Corporate action wording and how it implied 2 days of trading. Next one, why it was deficient and should have been denied. Next one, lack of payment receipts. Next one, FINRA banned FINRA rules. Next one, how brokers gave bad spin-out information to investors. And he added this screenshot of his entire explanation on a step-by-step basis. And guys, yes, we have this discrepancy, and no one can pretend that we are spreading the propaganda around naked short selling and other crap. It is not the case. The case is that FINRA and SEC, they don't want to solve this problem. They are, as a chief of their tribe, that exactly know the number of rocks that will lend out, but they don't want to disclose this information because these chiefs, FINRA and SEC, have a responsibility to protect these cavemen and to protect their capitals, but they do nothing. And it is important to understand right now that we have a lot of this type of information around the community that are trying to mislead some of our community members and that are trying to push our case down. And this means we are on the right path, and this means we have to push this case forward no matter what. And to do it, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and drop me a line in the comment section for whatever reasons you want. See you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna